Hi, my name is Connie Polk. I'm Executive Director of Collaborative Healthcare Urgency Group. We're a not-for-profit organization that deals with emergency preparedness for long-term care and other functional needs populations. Today we're going to be talking about emergency preparedness and preparing a family go kit. What I've done as an organization is we've put together a go kit for our organization, but this also applies for getting a kit together in case of any type of emergency so that you're prepared and ready to go. One of the things that I've done is put together a laminated sheet that goes over what supplies I need to have in my kit, as well as plans for my family so that if there's a tornado, they know what to do. If we have to evacuate our home, we know where to meet, and other things such as pandemic flu. What I've put together today is every member of your family should have a go kit. And it can be something as simple as this, where you just pick up and go. And again, I've put the supply list so that you know exactly what needs to go in there. What I've done at home is also put together a kit that goes in my car, and it is a kit that's on wheels. So I've got a lot of different things in there. You need to have supplies for every member of your family. So if you have pets, you should have a go kit for your pets also. That includes supplies for water dishes, for food, for leashes, and other items, dog toys or cat toys, and also a carrier for your animal. The other thing that you'll want to do is prepare, if you have infants, you'll need to have infant formula, bottles for the baby, diapers, and if you have someone with functional needs that needs to have diapers or hearing aids or other type of dentures, things like that, you'll need to provide items for those people too. One of the first and foremost things I always recommend is that you have a first aid kit. And your first aid kit can come in many different sizes. Here's a simple one to go in a small bag for an individual, and this is a larger family kit. Another size type kit is and in between that size, and this is what it looks like. So there's basically Band-Aids in this one, some ointment, and some larger 4x4 gauzes, which is really not enough to go around if you had a large incident going on. Some of the other things that you need in your kit are flashlights so that you can see in case of a power failure. Now I've got all different size flashlights here along with batteries so that in case you had an emergency and there were no batteries, you need to have an extra supply of batteries. I also have included a large shop heavy duty in case we were with prolonged power failure. It's always a good idea to also have a generator so that your backup generator would be able to supply your house and your refrigerator with your food, and if you're going to be sheltering in place. And that's one of the things that you need your kit for, is to shelter in place or to go. Some of the other things that you will need in your kit are, besides first aid kits, is household items such as Tylenol, eye solution, and for contacts. Don't forget to carry things like chapstick and other medical supplies that you would need. Prescriptions, you need to have your vitamins, so on and so forth. The other thing that a lot of people forget to do is to prepare in case it was summertime and you're out in the environment, make sure that you have Raid or some kind of repel for mosquitoes and other items. Personal items. You will need personal items for your family and for each member. Here I've got a really cute little item that I got in, and it has dental floss, a toothbrush, and a toothpaste. And I got this at Target for 99 cents. So you can find some really good deals under the travel section where you can get these types of items. The other thing that I put together for my family is a washcloth and soap, so that they've got washcloth and soap for each one of our family members. And then also Kleenex, because you don't want to be out without Kleenex. The other thing that I did is, so that we have something to drink out of, I bought these nice reusable cups that can hold, I think they're 32 ounces, but they've got a lot of, you can have a lot of water in there. And we can reuse them and wash them. Some of the other things that you'll need in regards to taking care of the family is make sure that you have cleaning solution. You should have bleach so that you can clean areas, or that you can clean items such as this, as your non-disposable water containers. So I've got some cleaning solution here, and this is just another form of cleaning so that it's quick and easy and that it can go right in the case. A lot of things that people forget are matches, so that if you have a stove that you need to light, or propane or anything, you need matches, and you always want to make sure that they're waterproof matches, and you put them in a waterproof container. And speaking of waterproof, we always want to make sure that we have extra batteries, flashlights, pencils, and other items, and very important papers. And you want to put those very important papers in a waterproof container. And that waterproof container can be a very expensive one, or it can be just a regular one like I have here. And then let's talk a little bit about food. Now food, we want to make sure that you have food enough for 96 hours. So the food items, you want to stay away from items that are very salty, but that are high in protein, so that you get enough protein within your diet. Some of the things that I've included in mine are Skippy peanut butter for the kids and for us adults, some Milano cookies. I've also included little snack packs of crackers and different types of granola bars. I've also included, excuse my reach, but I've also included tableware, so that you make sure that you have utensils to eat with and paper plates. Some of the other things that I've included is candy, because kids, as you know, they eat a lot and they need some extra nutrition, so I've included candy. And then to clean up after the mess is small bottles for each family member. I've included some Germ Blaster hand sanitizer. Some of the other items that you will need is for rain. In case there's inclement weather, you want to have ponchos. You will need extra change of clothes. You'll need something, a blanket. You can get those at your local store in the camp section. They have nice blankets that come all in a packet like this. You'll also want activities for your children. I just included in some tennis balls, some crayons with some paper. I've also included some extra toys for my kids. And then for us adults, I've included some magazines along with some books, so that we're ready. If you're going to be out and about for a long period of time, you might get a little bored, so you might want to include some other activities. And some of the main things that you also want to include, don't forget to get your cell phone. Make sure that it's charged at all times. Some people have even purchased an extra cell phone, and the cards that have hours on it or minutes on it, and have gotten those cell phones. So make sure that you have a charger with that. Bottled water. Every person in the family should have bottled water. And it's recommended that you should have at least 3 days at the minimum. And it's recommended that we have 1 gallon per person per day. That seems like a lot of water to have, but you'd be surprised at how much water you actually drink. And especially if you're in inclement weather or you're out and about and you're not able to access water, you definitely need that. The best way to prepare a kit is to start out slow. Purchase some items at a time. Don't try and get everything all at once. It's best to start slow, and so that if you look at it and it's so much money that you're looking at, you're not bound to do it. So start out with one item once a week when you go to the grocery store and start looking at buying those items. Some of the other things that you'll need, just to kind of close again, your bags, disposable bags, and your kitty litter are for your bathroom usage. The other thing that I've included in here are some miscellaneous items. Such as scissors and just some other writing utensils and other items in a storage case. You can get more information on preparing a Go Kit on FEMA.gov. You can also go to www.chug.org or www.chugteam.org, and they talk about planning for emergencies and emergency planning, which includes a list of supplies that you would need in a Go Kit. Thank you very much for your time, and remember, it's not if it will happen, but when it will happen, so be prepared.